Hello everybody, welcome back to the live this evening. I hope you're all doing very well. We are back for another live match preview as we look ahead to this weekend's game at our home, the Johnson Stadium. We are back, the Johnsons, after a few weeks. It's been a while, hasn't it, since our last home game, so it's going to be good to be back. Of course, our opponent's Northampton Town, and yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. Obviously, the first game of two games at home on the bounce, including obviously the midweek game against Blackpool coming up on Tuesday too. So, but first we're going to focus on this game, and we're going to go through our opponents, and we're going to obviously look at our perspective as well. But you know how it works now. Make sure you do drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And also get your thoughts in. How are you feeling ahead of this one after that brilliant performance and win, emphatic win against Bolton last weekend? How are we feeling going into this one? Let me know in the comments section. But yeah, we're going to get going very soon. Joshua's in, says, evening Ryan, hope you're having a great day and hope you're well. Yeah, I'm not so bad, thanks. Hope you're well too. Yeah, we're all good here. Hello, mate. Aiden says, hope you're okay. Big up to you, Aiden. How are you? Good to see you in the chat. And yeah, thank you for joining me. Make sure to smash the likes. Everyone that's subscribing. Yeah, big up to you. My lovely mod is always here, showing his support, promoting this stream. It also says another 4 goals this week and we'll do nice. Absolutely. We've been a bit greedy, aren't we now? We want to get another. But I think for me, I know what you're saying because we want to see a real statement win at home, don't we? Because it's been a while since we've had one of those, and I think it'll just be another thing to tick off the list and say, you know what, we've performed absolutely fantastically at home in a game, and we've got a few goals. We know we've obviously, even though we've won our home games, I think that they haven't been that convincing. They've been very close, and it's not really been staring wins, has it? So, we'd like to see a 3-4-0, absolutely. So I understand that sentiment. And Blue Terry says, got to be 3 points. Yeah, there's no excuses there. Absolutely no excuses whatsoever. You know, and that's it. We're at home. We have to be winning it. Miles is in. He says, great to join you live this evening. Yeah, big up to you, Miles. How are you doing? Good to see you in and welcome in. And yeah, it's good to see you back. I think it's been a few antics since you came in, but I know people can be busy, so appreciate you joining this evening. But yeah, look, I'm going to get into my overall thoughts ahead of the game when we get to our section, but I am going to look at Northampton first, as we always do. We look at our opponents first and see how they have started the season and their manager and everything, their key players to look out for maybe as well. But yeah, I've lost my track of thought. Guys, oh my goodness. Yeah, that's what I was going to do, yeah. Right, okay, guys, we're going to get stuck into it now then. So, let me know your thoughts down below about what you to expect with Northampton and everything, and your thoughts on this as well. But look, Northampton have got 5 points so far this season. They've won 1, drawn 2 and lost 2. So yeah, they've not started the season the best. And obviously their manager, John Brady, who obviously is quite experienced manager. He's been the manager for a few years now at Northampton, joining February 2021. Prior to that, he had worked in the youth setup at Northampton too, working his way up that way. But also, his first ever managerial job was at Brackley Town. So he started in the non-league sector and worked his way up. And he's obviously now with Northampton in League One. And he obviously, like I say, so he's learned his trade lower down in the non-league sector, and obviously been there. He was there for 5 years at Brackley. So yeah. Now, look, I think they're good. What do we think they're going to do? I think, as always, we're going to have to get used to this. But Northampton, one of the smaller sides in the division, will just come to the John Smiths, and they'll really try and frustrate us. They'll put a lot of players behind the ball. They'll try and put on the counter. I think that's what we're going to have to. That's what we kind of have to expect with these smaller teams that are in the league, because I think they'd snatch your hand off if you gave them a point on Saturday. Absolutely, that would be like a win to them, I think. So yeah, it's one of those. I think they're not going to be that adventurous, and they're just going to try and slow the game down. And that's my opinion on that. Now, players to look out for. I had a look at a few of the squad that they've got. Now, my first player, and let me know your thoughts in the chat. Who do you think are the key men for them? But my first player has to be Sam Hoskins. I think he's been a danger man for them for a while now. He's reached double figures for goals in each of the past 3 seasons. Now, he's very versatile. He sometimes plays him on the wing, but he can also play up front too. So I don't know where they're going to play him on Saturday, but wherever he plays, he's going to be a dangerous player that we need to look out for. Absolutely, and full of experience. Sam Hoskins, isn't it? Anybody that's knows the EFL knows who Sam Hoskins is, absolutely, because he's experienced, and he's been around for quite a while, hasn't he? So yeah. My second player has to be John Guthrie, who is the captain for them, and he is a central defender. And obviously he's one of those that lead by example at the back for them. And he obviously is a captain, so he's got a lot of leadership qualities too. So I've put him as one of the players to look out for. And I think the fire play was kind of a little bit of a just see who else, because I don't really know much of their side, to be honest with you. But I've gone for Callum Morton, who obviously plays up front. So I believe he's quite a live wire, and we're going to have to look out for him too. So that's a couple of players that I think we're going to have to be wary of. But if you guys want to add any players in there, or if you agree, let me know down below in the chat. That would be wonderful. Miles says an experienced team with a lot of players in their late 20s and early 30s. Yeah, no, absolutely. They've got, like I said, they have got an experienced core team, haven't they? And it's not going to be easy. I don't think it's going to be easy as what people may think it will be. Obviously, yes, we are massive favourites, but and they're underdogs going into this one. But I just think anything is possible in football, and we can't take them for granted. We have to do our job, and we want to follow up the performance last week with another convincing performance and a result that is to match that as well, with a few goals, a clean sheet would be nice, and just be professional, because so they're predicted. We're going to get into it now. I'm already going on to us already, but I'm going to just finish off with their potential predicted 11 that they made play on Saturday, which I will just get up in a moment. I won't get it up, but I'll actually read it to you. Look, Lee Burge is their number 1 keeper, but he did actually come off in their last game, their defeat to Wickham, which obviously they lost 2-1 at home to Wickham. So the number one goalkeeper came off. Now, I don't know how serious that injury is, or is it precaution, or I'm not really sure. So maybe we'll see Lee Burge in the goal, or maybe we'll see their second choice, which is Nick Tazanev. Probably just completely got that name wrong. But yeah, the back four, they play a 4-4-2. They probably will deploy that 4-4-2 again. Aaron McGowan at right back. Jack Baldwin and John Guthrie in the middle, and then Patrick Brough in the left back position. In the midfield, on the right side, Mitchell Pinnock. The two central defenders of Cameron McGeehan and Jack Sobe. And then Sam Hoskins was deployed on the left wing in the last game. He might stay there. He got his goal. He scored as well. It was a penalty, but he did score. In the last game. But he could potentially go up front. It just depends what the manager wants to do. And then the two players up front, Callum Morton and Tyler Roberts, two players up front. So probably will stick with that, won't it? But who knows? But that's kind of a little bit of a flavour, even if it isn't every player that's correct. That's kind of what the team will be for them. So yeah, I think that's kind of it for the Northampton side. Obviously, we will move on to the main part of the show now with us, with our perspective now. So yeah. So look, we are coming into this game, like I said, on the back of a 4-0 victory. Look, we covered it in the review show, didn't we, of the Bolton game, and we said, look, we definitely needed the result after a few ropey performances, 3 losses on the bounce. For the fans, we definitely need it because, like I said, the fans were starting to get disillusioned, myself included, and that result just boosted us again. And the confidence of the players will have also, gone up from that performance and victory away from home. And we're going to this game full of confidence. And now it's about consistency. It's about, can we keep the level of performance up, and can we keep, playing the football that we showed last week that we can do, but also getting results that feel like, we've really played well today and we've got the result. Not a win that you think, we kind of got a little bit lucky there. We got a bit fortunate. We don't want to be going away from the game on Saturday thinking that way. I want to see more of what we saw, because the players can do it. They've shown what they can do, guys, and I just think we just want to see more of the same. And I'm sure that the players will certainly be. They'll feel a bit of a spring in their step this week in training. They'll have had a fantastic week on the training ground. Smiley faces, and I just think when you're on the back of that result in that manner, I think it just makes a massive difference, doesn't it? Because the training ground is happy, and if the training ground's happy and you have a good week, solid week, and everybody's enjoying themselves, then obviously working hard, but also just that good positive feeling. I think it makes a massive difference when the match day comes around and the weekend, or if people, obviously midweek games as well, as of course. But yeah. So injury latest for us now. Yeah, look, there has been a few disappointments. Obviously, Miller did come off, didn't he, in the last game. Obviously, it has. Duff did say today that he picked up a minor hamstring. That's what it is. It's not too serious, but he will be unavailable for the game. Look, that's a big loss, isn't it, to be honest with you? And I know that, when Headley did come on at Bolton, he did do well, but he has been he's not been that great, has he? Apart from the Bolton game, he's been quite poor, if I'm honest with you. So, hopefully that performance that he put in Headley against Bolton will help him in this game as well. But I just think Miller has been outstanding. He's really looked good, and I just think it's a big loss. So it's a bit frustrating, but it isn't anything serious, as Michael Duff did confirm in his press conference here. Obviously, confirming he's not going to be available this weekend. We don't think it's anything serious, as we managed to catch it. Yes, obviously took him off straight away, didn't he, when he felt anything. We haven't got a time on it. Hopefully a couple of weeks tops. So that is the time frame, guys, with Michael Miller, which is just, yeah, it's a bit frustrating, isn't it? But let's just hope that Headley can step up to the plate now. Although, unless Headley doesn't start, which is another thing to bear in mind, because we have had a few positive, injury news as well, which we'll get into in a minute. But Healy, still unclear when he will be back. I just think at the moment we're just going to have to look, Healy's back when he's back, but I'm at that point now with Healy where he's basically he's still a player, but he's still a player for us. But I think it's just a case of just expecting he's going to be injured every week from now on, because I've just kind of lost patience with him. He's a liability. He's not reliable, and I'm afraid that's not what we need. So I think you just have to we've got lots of forwards at the club now, so let's just see. But it's a shame, but yeah. Now, there has been a few good boosts to the squad as well. Spencer, Kasulu and Kane have all been in full training this week, for the full week, and they will be available on Saturday, which is fantastic news. Look, so here we are confirming this, Duff, because they're all in training, all in contention. That's a real positive sign, he said. They are fully trained now and good options to have. So that is all the latest injury news in this. But let me know, we're going to get into my lineup now in a moment, but let me know your lineup in the chat, guys. I'd love to read a few of your lineups out. So put them in the chat below, and I will get those up. But we'll cover mine first. Let's go to the comments first before we get any further. Yeah, obviously Aiden's saying Miller's injured, which, I've just kind of covered that. It's annoying, isn't it? Very, very annoying indeed. It's just, he's done so well. We know how big of a threat he is down that left-hand side, defensively as well. He looks quite solid. He's not scared of getting a tackle in. So it is going to be a big loss, guys. It is. And when you feel like you're hoping that we won't get any more injuries, Miller goes and gets, obviously, a hamstring. It's just so unfortunate, isn't it? And it's just, it is what it is, but, yeah. Miles says we mustn't get complacent. No, absolutely. We cannot afford to be complacent. As I said before, there is no giving in football. You have to earn a win. You have to earn the victory, no matter who you're against. You need to go in there with professionalism and just do what we have been doing in the past week, and just play our football and be professional and get the job done. There's no real, if you're complacent, that's when you get found out. And then I don't think Duff will allow his players to be complacent. Absolutely not. So, look, we know that it's not going to be an easy game. Easy game. There is no easy game. We have to just focus on ourselves and play to our best. If we play to our best, we will win the game. That is as simple as that. Even if it's near our best, we'll win the game, in my opinion, because we have got a lot more quality than them. And we are at home. The fans will be buzzing. There'll be a good crowd, no doubt. And that's where we're at. So this game is about us and how we perform. Because even if Northampton play well, our level is higher than theirs in all due respects. And that's how I see it. So, yeah. This is Headley's chance to show what he's made of. Yeah, it is. It is a good opportunity for him. But I just hope he can follow it up. He's coming off the bench and making an impact, but can he do it from the start this time? And that's what I am a little bit hopeful that he will be able to, but you just never know, because he has been topsy-turvy. But hopefully the fact that he did come on play, he played quite well, at Bolton. Hopefully that helps him and his confidence, and he'll go into the game feeling good about himself, and that'll make a difference on the pitch. So he has looked a bit lacking of confidence, hasn't he? I think it's fair to say in recent games when he's had the opportunity, because obviously he's not a starter usually, but he's had a few outings in the cup, as we know. All right, yeah, Ed, we will get to your lineup in a moment, but let's go through my team selections for this game, and then we will get into the chat, of course. Any more people that want to get involved, feel free to post your team lineups for this game. Who would you start, and would you make any changes? Let me know in the chat. So here is my starting 11, guys, for the game. Obviously, Nichols in goal, back three. Longvai, Kellick, and Tom Lees. Now, I know Spencer is back, but I don't know necessarily if I want to rush him back in too soon. And yeah, I'm a bit like... I know it was kind of a shoulder injury, so he's not really going to, if he's fit and played the full week, he probably couldn't, come into the team, to be honest with you, if we're being honest with ourselves. But I think the fact that we won so convincingly last week, I think it is just appropriate to keep the same side going into this game. Obviously, Headley as the wing back with Sorensen on the other side. Midfield, I'm going to give the same midfield a go again, because I do think the midfield was there were a few questions before the bottom of the game, but I think, you know what, they've earned the right to start again, so let's see what they can do in this game. So Ben Wild, Jonathan Hogg, and Anthony Evans in the midfield. And then the top two here, Callum Marshall and JK, of course, Josh Corona, who is on fire at the moment, and Callum Marshall is doing fantastically well. He's a brilliant start to his time at the club, and long may it continue, because we definitely need him to keep performing for us and keep tipping him with a few goals as well. And JK, every time he gets the ball, you feel like he's going to either put his teammate through or score. So that is just sums up what JK is just on fire at the moment. He's the form, best form we've seen in a while. So look, positive signs, and I think that is the best team to go with. Let me know your thoughts down below in the chat. What you make of my team starting 11 for this game. I don't think you could have dropped many people, because I just think, because I think all the players that played last week have earned the right to start again this week. Obviously, I've had to make one enforced change because Miller is injured, as we've covered. So yeah, that is my lineup for this weekend. Now let's have a look at people's lineups in the chat. So Aiden's on for a 3-5-2, as always. Nichols in goal. Longvai, Kellick, and Spencer as the back three. Yeah, Headley and Sorensen as the wing backs. You've got a midfield three of Wiles, Hogg, and Evans. And then you've gone for JK and Marshall as the two strikers. Yeah, look, I understand why you've thrown Spencer in. Like I say, if it was like a muscular injury, like a leg injury or something like that, I think it might have been a bit more precautionary to kind of just gradually put him in. Obviously, Spencer's got a lot more pace. Well, I don't think you can really compare Lees and Spencer, but I just think Spencer obviously is. I do think once he's up to speed and everything, I think he will be in that back three alongside Longvai and Hellick. So, because I just think that's the best back three that we've got. And I think when you've got a back three, you do need to have quick players in there and lots of pace, and that's what Spencer has. But yeah, you've gone for the same lineup apart from the Spencer one, apart from Spencer coming in. So yeah, fair play. Really good lineup, and like I said, we're very much similar. Blue Terrier has said a 3-5-2, so you're going for Nichols, Longvai, Nichols in goal. So let's do this properly. Longvai, Kellick, and Lees at the back. Wing backs is Headley and Sorensen, and then the midfield three of Wiles, Hodge. So you brought Hodge in, yeah, interesting. And Evans, yeah. And then you've gone for Marshall and JK, and you put the clock emoji in there as well, which I like. JK time, of course. Want some more JK times this weekend? Absolutely. Be good to see him get a couple more goals in, won't it? And really, perform well again. Maybe be a bit more livelier in the first half as well this time, because even though he scored in the first half against Bolton, he was a little bit quieter in that first half. In the second half, he seemed to get more involved and was a lot more. Well, he was a lot better, but yeah. Hopefully he's ready to go from the start, and hit the ground running straight away. But yeah, nice lineup, and you've gone for Hodge. Look, I do like Hodge. I've said it before on the stream. I think certainly got something about him. Quite a small player, but he's very quick on the ball. He's always showing for the ball, and he looks a good little technical player. Can create something out of nothing. And yeah, so look, I understand why you would have brought Hodge in as well. So look, I wouldn't be unhappy if I saw Hodge in the starting line. Absolutely not. I think he's brilliant. Aiden says, reason why I started Spencer is because I want to see what he can do on the right-hand side of the back three. Yeah. I mean, look, we all know that Spencer is naturally right-footed. So I think if he's on the right side of the back three, which I think if Duff doesn't see, if Duff doesn't play this weekend, he'll certainly play on Tuesday, I believe. I'm pretty certain of that. But yeah, look, we all know that if he's on the right-hand side, we will see the better Brodie Spencer, because he won't have to, when he's on the left, he's having to adjust himself and invert, and it's just not helpful, is it? So look, I think we expect what we expect for Spencer when he's on the right, but yeah. Maybe I should be more brave and put Spencer in then, but I don't know. And Miles says, same team as you, except Hodge for Hogg. We need a midfielder who can pass forward accurately. Yeah, true. Look, I understand what people are saying about the Hodge situation. I wouldn't be against it. My thinking was really because we played so well in the last game. I think you kind of have to stick with most of the team, because I don't think anybody warrants being dropped. To be honest with you, from that performance. So yeah, but I understand why people are wanting Hodge to start, see what he can do. And like I said, he's passing and he's a lot more quicker on the ball, as we say. So yeah. But yeah, but look, I think we're kind of gonna be a bit of a shorter stream. We're gonna get our predictions in very soon as well. I was going to bring some Duff quotes up, but there wasn't really much that he said in the press conference today, to be honest with you. But obviously he was on about, just at the top of my head. He expects, obviously, with Northampton coming, he said it himself as well, he knows it's going to be a tough game, and he says all the same things as what I pretty much say, really, is in that no games are given to win a game. Just because you're favourites doesn't mean you're going to just turn up and win. You need to do your jobs and perform to the best. So, football is a strange game at times. You don't, because you're favourite, it doesn't guarantee anything. But look, overall, I'm going to the game. I do feel confident without being too arrogant about it. I think we were every right to be confident. Because, like I say, we're on the back of a positive result of performance that we don't think anybody expected us to pull out of the bag. We're at home. I think, like I said, the atmosphere will be buzzing in the ground. I think, the fans will be a little bit more happier after the week that we've had, so I think we just have to make home advantage count. And as I said before, if we play anywhere near our best, then we will win the game. It's as simple as that. And that's not being disrespectful to Northampton, but we have got the better squad. But unfortunately, having a better squad doesn't mean you're going to win the game. I'm not saying it does, because I think sometimes if you don't have the best squad, you just have to work even harder, and and run, and it does. We've seen in the past where teams have upset other teams and unexpected results. It can happen, can't it? So look, I think the game. Look, we're going to have most of the ball. Let's be honest with you guys. We're going to have most of the ball. We will control the game and dominate the ball. What we do with it is another thing. But for me, I just think we need to just. They're not gonna give it, like I said, they're gonna sit behind the ball, as I said. They're not going to give too much. It's going to be difficult to find a way through, but that's where the players have to make those, clever runs in behind, try and get in behind them, show off the ball as well. I want to see more of that. And yeah, it's more difficult, but I think once the first goal comes, I think then the floodgates could open. If the first, it's just whether how long that'll take to get the first goal. Because I think if we come out of the blocks firing on all cylinders from the very start, and get a quick early goal, which is the ideal scenario, and then I think then we'll just run away with it. That's how I see it. Now, if we have to be a bit more patient, and maybe it might take us 20, maybe 20, 25, 30 minutes to get the first goal. Hope it doesn't, but sometimes you just have to just keep playing your football, and that opening will come. Because if we are having, like we expect us to do, if we have most of the ball, they will get tired very easily, as we know. Because if you don't have the ball and if you're just constantly chasing, they're gonna get tired very easily. So we just need to keep maybe being patient. But I would like to see us start quickly and get a goal in the opening 10 minutes. Because I just think that'll set the tone for the game, and then it'll just make it easier for ourselves. We know we don't do it easy, do we? Anyone that's been following Town for a number of years, or if you've been following for longer than that, we know what Town are like. They never do it the easy way. So, well, that's the game I expect to see. We're going to have to be careful with the counter-attacks from them, because they will look to counter if we do end up losing the ball. But it just depends, because it just depends if they've got everybody behind the ball, if they may leave one guy up front. I don't know, but we'll have to see. But that's the kind of game I'm expecting. I do expect to see, a convincing performance, and I do expect us to win the game. Because if we don't win the game, like somebody said earlier, if we don't win the game, then I'm sorry, but it'll feel like a loss. I don't think we'll lose the game, but I think even if it's a draw, it'll feel like a loss. We have to be winning this game. We've got two big games, home games. We have to win both. And just keep building that positive momentum. So yeah, that's how I see the game. Now my prediction. Let me know your predictions, guys, in the chat down below. Love to see what you think the game will finish. Well, I'm going to go confident. I'm definitely going for a clean sheet. I think we will be able to keep them out. And for me, I'm going to go for a 3-0 victory. I think that will be a good result. It will be that is a convincing, maybe 4-0. But I think I've just gone for a 3-0. I just think it's more. I just think a 3-0 scoreline will do just fine, to be honest with you, won't it? And yeah, goal. I think JK will certainly get on the score sheet again. I think I'm gonna go for 2 for JK again. I really do think he's just everything that he touches at the moment, he turns to gold, or so it feels. So look, I'm fully convinced, and I'm going to go for a Marshall goal as well. I think Marshall will score. So, look, that's my score prediction for the game. Let me know your score predictions as well down below. And, yeah, Miles has gone for a 5-1 win. So you don't think we've got a clean sheet, but you certainly think we're going to score plenty of goals. Look, we're going to be able to create plenty of chances. And you know, I just think if we can play that ball quickly like we have been doing, and you know, make every player make themselves available as different options for the players, the defenders or in the midfield, forwards. You want to see your forwards, your wing backs, making those runs. So if we just keep doing that, we will wear them down in the end, and we will get the win. I do believe that. I hope that doesn't come back to haunt me, but yeah, I just think we will win the game, guys. But yeah, nice scoreline, Miles. And Blue Terrier's gone for a more, I don't know what the word is, but you've gone for a lower scoreline, and you've gone for a 2-0 Town win, and Koroma and Ladapo to get. So it's Ladapo on his home debut. You think he's going to score? I think Ladapo did play in the B team, didn't he, during the week? I don't know if anybody saw it, but I think it was Tuesday, wasn't it? They played the B team. And yeah, mostly, I know a few others also got a few. I think Bojan certainly was in there, wasn't he, as well? So it's good to build the minutes up for them too, because they did look a bit off it in the when they came on against Bolton. Other players that played in the B team was Pearson, Turton, Ruffles. Your Pender obviously got a run out in the B team. Bojan, as I've said, and Ladapo did as well in a 6-0 win on Tuesday afternoon. So yeah, it's good minutes for them, and hopefully that'll keep them. That'll make them more influential in this game, whether that be from the start or whether that be from the bench. But yeah, nice scoreline, Blue Terrier. And Aiden has gone for a 3-0 win, Town. Koroma, a goal, and you've gone for Wiles, 2 goals. Put me there, you think Wiles is going to get a brace. Lovely to see. But yeah, look, thank you for your predictions, guys. I appreciate those. And let's hope we can let's just have a statement home win. That's what I want to see. And just remember, just keep, do you know what I mean? Because I just think the fans at home, we do need a real convincing win. And look, we'll take a win however it comes. Let's be honest, we just need the 3 points. But I think if we're looking at it in a more like what we wanted to see extra, I think we are due a convincing home win, aren't we? And I think it would be brilliant to get it on Saturday. And hopefully the weather's lovely and we're coming out of the stadium all smiling. But let's see what happens. But guys, to finish with, I do want to actually touch upon something obviously that was in the news during the week. Just to finish with, obviously, look, there has been a lot of talk about the stadium, hasn't there? Obviously, is Nagel going to, obviously Nagel has been in talks with the council about obviously owning the stadium so it can be actually our own home. Now, it was interesting to me that I saw that Ken Davey made a statement. Obviously, if you don't know, Ken Davey is the chairman of the Huddersfield Giants. Now, he announced on Monday evening that the Giants, the rugby team, were planning to build a new stadium of their own in the future. The long-term owner of the club announced at the club's end-of-season awards evening the Giants would look to build their own stadium in the near future in a move that would see them leave the Johnson Stadium. So this is meant to be happening over the next 3 years. But it did beg a question. Has Nagel managed to strike a deal with the council now? So now we can really, make that stadium however we want it, and there'll be no restrictions, no permissions needed to go through the council. This has been a long time coming, hasn't it? And I think, look, in all due respects, I've always wanted, and this is probably quite selfish, but I've always wanted, our home, the John Smiths, to be our own. I never really felt comfortable sharing with the rugby team, because I just didn't. I wanted just a stadium that was just for us, for us, the football team, and look, so it certainly caught my attention, on Monday. Now, like I said, this won't be instant, but obviously over the next 3 years, I believe that is the time frame they're looking to move out. And so, anybody that wants to share your thoughts with me in the chat, feel free to do that. I think we'll all kind of have the same view, won't we, really, that we do want to, obviously we do want to be in full control of the stadium. The owner obviously wants to buy it, just to get rid of the council. They're just a hindrance, really, aren't they? Because we can't do what we want fully, but without them, we can do what, obviously Nagel can do what he wants with the stadium to make further improvements and to, obviously, it'll just feel like an exclusive home for us, and I think it'll just be fantastic, won't it? But there has been talks over the years about it, happening. But I just think the fact that the Giants are moving out now, I think that really does pave the way for us to take full ownership of the stadium now, which is fantastic news. So let's see if we hear anything over the coming weeks about anything that Nagel may want to tell us. But yeah, I did want to finish on that, guys. But look, we're going to finish there then, because obviously it's been a bit short this evening, but I didn't really have any quotes to share with you guys on the Duff press conference. But we'll probably be back to that next week. In fact, not next game, because midweek game Duff won't speak to the media. I wouldn't think before Tuesday. Yeah, next week in the next weekend's game, well, the following weekend, you know what I'm saying. The next game after the Blackpool game, we'll do the Duff quotes again. But guys, thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I hope you have a wonderful evening and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully, with a town victory, we'll all be happy with that, of course. And yeah, thanks for all of your support. If you are watching this on playback, make sure you get your comments in the comment section. Let me know your score predictions as well. Like I say, anybody that watches it back, you are part of the channel as well. I know that everybody can't always watch the stream live, so that that's why a lot of people do watch it back. So let me know your score predictions and anything else you want to add. How are you feeling ahead of the game? Good to hear from you in there. And you can follow me on my socials, HTFTV8. on Instagram and Twitter. I will keep calling it Twitter. I know it's called X guys now, but I still always call it Twitter. And it is just going around there. The handle for my socials are there. And Joshua says, great stream, big up, have a good rest of the evening. Yeah, big up to you, thank you very much. And I'm glad you enjoyed it. And thank you, Aidan. Thank you, Miles. Thank you, Blue Terrier. Really appreciate all your contributions this evening. But guys, we'll be back very soon. Content coming up. Sunday night, I will be doing the review show to this game. Hopefully, with plenty of positives to discuss and plenty of goals to discuss as well. From our persuasion, of course. Not from them, but from our, plenty of town goals on Saturday, absolutely. So yeah, Sunday night, the next live stream, reviewing the game. Then we'll do the preview to the Blackpool game, which is obviously the midweek game, the rearranged fixture after the that was cancelled due to the international break. So yeah, that is when we play that game. So I'll do that preview on Monday night. So guys, plenty coming out on the channel, and yeah, I'll see you all very, very soon. But until then, up the town and Michael Duffs Barmy. Come on, let's get another win on Saturday. That will do us very, very nicely. But yeah, guys, enjoy the evening, enjoy your weekend. I'll see you on Sunday night for the match review show. Take care, everybody. Good night.